Apple reportedly has a stripped-down AI chatbot on the way to compete with ChatGPT. X has to prove it was not negligent when removing CSAM from its site. And the PS6 may have triple the performance as the PS5 for the same price. It's Monday, August 4th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. Apple has fallen far behind in the competitive market of AI-powered chatbots, but it may have a plan for an in-house option that aligns with the company's not first but best philosophy. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple created a team called Answers, Knowledge, and Information earlier this year that's tasked with developing a stripped-down rival to ChatGPT. Forming this team represents a major change in direction from Apple's earlier stance on artificial intelligence when the company partnered with OpenAI back in 2024 to infuse Siri with ChatGPT instead of developing its own AI chatbot. Now, Gurman reported that this new Apple team will instead develop in-house AI services for a new ChatGPT-like search experience that can crawl the web to respond to questions. These new capabilities could be a standalone app as well as support AI capabilities for Apple's Siri, Spotlight, and Safari, according to Gurman's sources. The team is reportedly led by Robbie Walker, who previously oversaw Siri and has been advertising job openings that mention wanting experience with search algorithms and engine development. Beyond the Answers, Knowledge, and Information team, Apple has experienced some growing pains when it comes to artificial intelligence. Earlier this year, the company said it would delay the release of the new and improved Siri, adding only that it would roll out in the coming year. However, Apple is aware of the need to accelerate its Apple Intelligence program to stay competitive. In the latest third-quarter earnings call, the company's CEO Tim Cook said that Apple is open to acquisitions to fast-track its AI roadmap. X isn't off the hook yet when it comes to a significant legal case about child sex abuse content on its platform. On Friday, a circuit judge from the U.S. Court of Appeals ruled that X Corp has to again face claims that it was negligent in taking down child sex abuse content and did not have an effective reporting infrastructure for these offenses. This ruling from Judge Danielle Forrest is the latest step in a lawsuit filed in 2021 against Twitter before it was rebranded to X. The suit lists two underage boys as the plaintiffs and alleges that Twitter slow-walked its response to reports about and did not immediately remove from the platform pornographic content that a trafficker had coerced plaintiffs into producing. A previous decision with a three-judge panel unanimously decided that X was legally immune thanks to Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which offers wide-reaching protections to online platforms from the content that's posted by its users. This latest decision from Judge Forrest agrees with parts of the previous ruling, but claims that X was negligent in this case and has to defend itself against the lawsuit's claims that the platform makes it, quote, too difficult to report child pornography that is posted on Twitter. Now, the case revolves around a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old boy who were tricked by online sex traffickers into sending sexually explicit photos. That's according to the lawsuit. The illegal content was then posted to Twitter, and the 13-year-old filed a report against it through Twitter's content reporting interface, as detailed in the suit. The boy's mother also filed a report, did not receive anything but an automated response, and had to follow up before receiving a response that Twitter did not find any policy violations and would not take further action. The suit claimed that Twitter eventually removed the post 9 days after the initial report, suspended the poster's account, and reported the content to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which is required by federal law. The lawsuit could set a major precedent, and how social media platforms operate, especially if it makes it to the Supreme Court. But X will first have to defend itself against these claims, again in district court, thanks to this latest decision. It's been nearly 5 years since the release of the original PlayStation 5, and rumors of Sony's next-gen console are starting to bubble up to the surface. In a YouTube video from Moore's Law is Dead, the leaker shares extensive information about the PlayStation 6's possible specs, starting price, and release timing. Now, it's always important to take these early leaks with a large grain of salt, and Moore's Law is Dead even adds a disclaimer in the video that the info was sourced from a leaked AMD presentation to Sony way back in 2023, adding that some of these specs may have changed by now. While Sony has not confirmed anything, the leaks do show the company may be prioritizing lower power output and keeping costs in line with previous generations for the upcoming PS6. The video claims the next-gen console will have 3 times the rasterization or 3D rendering performance compared to the base PS5 and roughly 2 times what's offered by the PS5 Pro. Now, the YouTuber explained that the PS6 is rumored to have PS4 and PS5 backwards compatibility, while potentially releasing with a price around $500. Now, that price point could be an indication that Sony wants to tap into the same success the PS4 had, which was partly thanks to its lower price compared to the competition at the time. Along with the PS6, Sony is reportedly also working on a handheld that will complement the console. According to the leaked info about that, the PS6 handheld will get a micro SD slot, an M.2 SSD slot, a touchscreen, haptic vibration, and dual mics. And according to the leak, the PS6 handheld could have a price range between $400 and $500. For the PS6 and the PS6 handheld, the leaker claims that Sony will start manufacturing both in mid-2027, with a potential release date window between fall of 2027 and early 2028. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism exclusively from Jackson Chen and was voiced and produced from the boutique sound studios of Spoken Layer by me, Steve White. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.